Hello everyone. So I promised that I would make a rate of spread tutorial, and so here we are. Right? So for rate of spread, it would be considered when I'm giving you a hypothetical situation of islands, right? So you would have like little circles indicating, pretending that they're islands, right? Pretending that they're all the same size and circular. But I would also indicate ages. There would be numbers associated with them. So say one is like 12.2, and then there's a bunch of numbers indicated here as well. But like the middle child, everyone forgets about them. So that's okay, you know. So sorry if you're a middle child, it's all right. But then there'll be an age indicated by another island. So say this is 12 or 2.3. So I've got 12.2 and 2.3. What another aspect that I will provide is a distance between these islands. And let's say the distance between these is 2,322. Really into twos today, apparently. And that will be in kilometers. So here's the situation. We have our oldest island, our youngest island, and our distance. Now we just have to go through my 3 steps. First step is to figure out the amount of years that has elapsed between the oldest island and the youngest island. And the simple way to do that is subtract the youngest island from the oldest island. So we'll do 12.2 minus 2.3. This is step 1, by the way. Which is, and again, you don't have to have a fancy pants calculator to do these calculations. You can simply use your phone. So 12.2 minus 2.3 is 9.9. So 9.9 million years. Sorry, I didn't indicate that initially. So 9.9 million years. That's technically in scientific notation. So let's expand it out as scientific notation. So this would be 9,900,000 years. Right? 9,900,000 years. Now our next step is to convert our kilometers to centimeters. So step 2, ooh, that's a bright fun blue, is to convert. So we have 2,322 kilometers. And if we remember back to our first lab in conversions, I love doing a t-table. So I set up my t-table, my sideways t, and we want to indicate our units to make sure that things cancel out correctly. So in 1 kilometer, I have, think about it, how many meters? 1,000, right? 1,000 meters are in 1 kilometer. Okay? And then, but we're not quite there yet. I will, in the directions, ask or tell you what units I want you to end in. Spoiler alert, I want them in centimeters per year. So we have one more step to go. So in 1 meter, there's how many centimeters? Think about it, think about it, think about it. 100 centimeters, right? 100 centimeters. A great way to remember these things is kilo is 1,000, and centi is 100. So think of like a century is 100 years. Okay, so then we multiply across and get, let's see how much space I have here. We'll get, let's see, we'll add 3 zeros, then add 2 more. Boop, boop. So we have 232,200,000 centimeters. That's a lot of centimeters, right? But think about it, right? Kilometers, that's a really long distance for kilometers. 2,322. So expanded out is 232,200,000 centimeters. Woo! And then on to our last step, which is dividing these 2 values. And remember, I want it in centimeters per year. So we would have the centimeters in our numerator and our years in our denominator. Written out would be 232,200,000 centimeters per 9,900,000 years. Again, this is something you can do quite nicely with your phone calculator or your device calculator if you don't have a phone. So doing centimeters divided by 9,900,000 years, which comes out to, oh, this isn't too bad, which comes out to 23.4545, basically repeating centimeters per year. And in the directions, I will indicate that I want you to round to a certain number. And in this case, I want to round to the nearest tenth. And the tenth is the one right after to the right of the decimal. So if we round up, then it would be 23.5 centimeters per year. And this would be your answer. Okay, so recap. First thing is investigate the figure that I'll give you. Figure out what the oldest island is, figure out what the youngest island is, and you can forget about the middle children, it's fine. It's okay, Maui, I still love you. And then indicate the distance. And then go through our 3 steps. First step, subtract our youngest from our oldest to give us the range of years, and then expand that out. Second step is to convert our kilometers to centimeters. Remember to always include your units. Units are super important. And then lastly is to divide those 2 values, which you just found, to give you centimeters per year. So again, if this process isn't something that works for you, that's totally fine. If you're a math brain and you already know that you're just going to take out zeros and call it a day, go for it. Just as long as you show your work, that's all that I care about. And in any sort of, if you're in my lecture class, if you're taking an exam, you know, I'll ask for a numeric answer, and then I'll also ask you to show your work. So if you get the numeric part incorrect, then I can at least see where you went wrong, and you'll still get most of the credit for that problem. Okay? So there's practice problems. If you're in my lecture class, there's practice problems located on Canvas or iLearn, depending on which class we're in. And I highly suggest and encourage you to practice those using these steps. The more you practice it, the more comfortable you'll be with it. That way, when it comes to exam time, you're not freaking out at the word calculate, and you'll be fully prepared. All right? Reach out if you have any questions to either me or if you're at SF State, the TAs, and I'm happy to help you out as much as I can. All right? Thanks so much for watching.